get it done. I think it's a little bit easier against Isabel, since Isabel doesn't have like the best offensive tools to kind of like zone with, you know, the Belmonts. But nevertheless, it's still going to be hard to get around. They have, you know, the pocket and the infamous forward air and back air.
So far, trying to get away from the ledge, and Turtle manages to make it back on pretty nicely.
Yeah, but she's got to find a way to get in. MrRyanNess is creating a wall, going in with these F tilts and the cross.
Yeah, it's classic Rick's game plan, man.
Yeah, you always want that on the field as long as you can. And if you can place that pretty well, then you can just command the neutral and do whatever you want, really. All right.
Ooh, catching the holy water on the way up. I like that.
And being smart enough to actually just pocket it instead of trying to use it whenever you can. Try to use it there, though, unfortunately. So.
See, I think that's the key in this matchup, and just for Villager and Belmonts anyway, where if you can get the holy water into your pocket, if you can just keep it for as long as you can, that immediately negates a lot of the Belmont's edge games. So when you're recovering, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Just like, if you're in the pocket, it's all good.
Because the only other two options that he has, obviously, is got the sweet spot of the Morningstar.
Yeah, a little head shake from Turtle there. Definitely knew that was kind of an exhaustion of all the options coming back to the ledge, and MrRyanNess was there with the forward air.
Yeah, and it's pretty crazy that we haven't seen Turtle try to use the pocket at all recently, except for the one time when she grabbed the holy water. She tried to use it right there, though. All right.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Sticks and stones might break my bones, but pebbles make me not.
That just reminds me of Shell's descriptor of Incineroar. I use this for any character with a recovery like that. It's like, you've got Girl Man damage and Fisher Price recovery.
Exactly.
Ooh,
good catch, though.
The down smash. He kind of saw that holy water was going to overshoot, so he just like prepared for the next option, and it worked out. And now he's getting a very good start on this next stock.
If there was any other character, that might have been it, but Isabel having a really good recovery there.
That was up tilt, could have led into something else, but decides to try for a couple up tilt juggles.
Man, his back air timing is impeccable. Look at that!
Oh, the spacing! Very knowledgeable of his ranges, and MrRyanNess is going to take that first game
pretty convincing
with a bit of authority. Oof. Yeah, I think the adjustment that Turtle needs to make is just kind of be more aggressive with the zoning. Like,
yes.
Acknowledge
throw out more projectiles.
Like, acknowledge what ranges that MrRyanNess is trying to play his game at. He is very knowledgeable about Richter's aerials, and his spacing was also really, really good.
Yeah, it was.
So what you need to do is you kind of need to play a game of, all right, well, if you're going to do that, take away some of his projectiles with pocket and force his hand to come in. Like, I want you to come to me.
Yeah.
I know that's counterintuitive what Isabel normally has with the game plan, but in this case, it's you need to be in my range instead of me having to play around in yours.
Yeah, so if she could just pocket a couple of crosses, you know, that literally just takes away half of the neutral, and you know, the Belmonts are in a little bit of lag, so you can push on a little bit more, maybe get a grab in, set up the Lloyd Rocket. That's always the hardest thing, is like, where do you want to set up the Lloyd Rocket to get these combos in, or just kind of shut off the zone? So maybe she'll be able to find it in this game here.
Yeah, Smashville, close quarters, so that means that you're going to be finding an easier time to get in and stuff like that.
That also means less space for you to run away from.
That's true.
So once the Richters start getting this range going,
see that? That was.
I was gonna mention that if the Villager or Isabel rise up with the balloons like that, the holy water would kind of linger there, and you can space it enough where it'll linger, and as soon as they get up or when their invincibility goes away, then it starts to.
I've actually never seen that interaction before. That's really smart.
It's gonna happen a lot. It's so weird.
I had no idea that was a way that you can negate the. Wow, I learned Isabel tech today.
Yeah, but it could be also used against her. So they gotta be very careful. Kind of like the same story. Like Turtle doesn't have an answer for the way that MrRyanNess is zoning out. I mean, he's putting up a really, really good amount of pressure wall, especially with the whip. And that thrown across the way, basically giving Turtle a free projectile, but she doesn't opts to take it this time.
Opts for the parry and tries for a punish instead. Dash attack not going to hit. Ooh, back on stage.
MrRyanNess even having the tilt attack. Ooh. Oh my gosh.
And that's honestly, that's the trickiest part where you, like, if you get caught in that kind of ledge trap and you make the wrong decision, you get a lot of time to just kind of reflect on that and just kind of see your mistake kind of play out when it's taken down on.
Yeah, you're just seeing a lot of panic options coming out here from Turtle. Not comfortable with this matchup at all. Oh my
Air
goodness.
dodge in and eats an F smash,
But that's going to be it.
that's all you need. Honestly, that's the best thing about this matchup. You can do all, like, Richter can hold down stage for as long as possible, but all Isabel needs is one of those.
Just one interaction, take away their double jump off the stage, and you got yourself a free stock there. Belmont.
Good surprise recovery.
Oh, she tried to opt for the back air then, but MrRyanNess just, ooh, I like it.
Well, that was smart. It allowed him to keep that pressure up, but at the same time,
He's just going crazy.
What are you
He's
doing?
going crazy. He doesn't care anymore. All right, he's got to know that Lloyd Rocket's there, so he can't do anything. Oh, wow, the sour spot. Oh, you know what? I think it had something to do with destroying the Lloyd Rocket that actually made that killable, because I don't think